I want to thank all of you for taking the time out of your evening to join us. And thank you in advance for your cooperation in helping us inform the community about the upcoming renovations at the town dock. Our town dock, wonderful community asset that it is, has severely aged. If you go down to the town dock, you can actually see it is really aging and suffered some significant damage over the years. Town dock is in desperate need of some repairs. Repairs which also come at a substantial cost. Fortunately, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or a lot of people know it as FEMA, has agreed to provide funds for an in-kind replacement of the town dock at an estimated cost of $12.5 million. An in-kind replacement means that the town dock will be repaired in such a way that is essentially a replacement of what already exists there, but at no cost to the Town of North Hempstead taxpayers. Our Public Works Commissioner and engineers will explain this further in their presentation, as well as some of the cosmetic and landscaping changes that we are able to make, which will improve the character and the feel of the town dock for our residents and visitors. Lastly, and I'm going to plug it again, please sign up for my newsletter. I worked very, very hard on this. Aaron, who works in my office, can tell you he doesn't even know the password how to get in here. So I ask you to please, I spend hours and hours on this newsletter, so I ask everyone to please sign up. So without further ado, I will hand over to Commissioner Thomas to explain the scope of the project.
So we've made certain suggestions and requests. The DEC has given their firm guidance on what we're permitted to do. Once we start this project and really refine it to getting it out to public bid, then we have the last final hurdle, which is reviewing it with the DEC to make sure what we're doing is in line with their funds and how they want it, if they're comfortable with the scope of work. And the councilwoman has stressed to us the importance of attempting to keep the dock in service during the whole time frame. One of the things that's a challenge is figuring out how to phase the project, how you're going to bring in all this heavy equipment and still keep the dock relatively open. We're really shooting for the end of the year.
So the layout of where the existing bulkhead is, it's going back in the same exact location. We're not going seaward, we're not pulling it back, we're not changing the shape. The format of where the bulkhead is, it's going back in the same exact location. That bulkhead is going to be a new epoxy coated steel bulkhead that should have a very long lifespan and withstand some of the storms. We're replacing all the floating docks, so everything within that area is being replaced. We're looking to raise the parking lot in certain sections, 6 to 8 inches. We're incorporating green infrastructure. We have some underground stormwater retention systems to get that first flush of stormwater off of the parking lot so that sediment doesn't go straight into the harbor. So our goal is, that first inch of rain goes into the storm system on the ground, it infiltrates into the ground, and then when you have the more severe rain events, we have overflows and overflow pipe that will then go out into the harbor. We also are incorporating some rain gardens, so some of the runoff from the parking lot will go directly into those rain gardens. They will be planted with all native species. So we're looking to have a very nice perennial flower. It's going to add color to the dock. A recent add-on to the project is a storm revetment at the southern end of the dock. It's deteriorated. There's a drainage pipe down there, so we're looking to make those improvements. That was just recently added to the project. They understand there's a lot of memorials and plaques that are out there. So we are working with the town to keep those, have the construction, during construction, have them be removed, put in a safe place, and we're looking at how we can incorporate that into our new design. We're adding, ADA compliant ramps, handicap stalls. They're raised crosswalks. They serve two purposes. They allow the people that are parked in the parking lot to safely get up to the dock. It's a raised crosswalk. You're a couple inches off the ground. The second part of that is actually slows that. It's a traffic calming device too. So it slows the cars down that are speeding through the parking lot. So you will have 2 of those here and 1 over here. We did our best to try to increase the parking. We were able to add 11 spots. With keeping the rain gardens and everything else, we were limited to what we can do, but we were able to add 11 spots. There's going to be 6 electrical vehicle charging stations within the parking lot. And then there's some smaller site amenities. We're gonna have some charging stations, gazebo, benches, water fountains, bicycle racks. And then there's a lot of educational signage that's out there now. So we're looking to put that back into the design.